Hello everyone and welcome to my first Minecraft survival let's play in Bedrock Edition. This is all of the videos in my survival let's play series compiled into one video for your convenience. I hope you enjoy. Got a pretty good spawn. Pretty good world. I went on chunk base and I just clicked around the world until I found one that I liked. So, yeah. Some pigs. I need some food. I need to get some food and some wood. There's a lava pit there. Don't quite fancy running into that. And there's a giant cave with dripstone. Maybe another day. Some wood. Punch a tree. Yeah, because I'm a professional Minecrafter. I know what to do. Okay, tree revived. Replant the tree. Sheep. Sheep. 2 sheep. Yes. This one better give me 2 pieces of wood. Oh, there's another sheep, This is great, Let's take this now. Yes, make a bed. I wanna go get some stone, I think. Oh. I don't like that. I don't fancy dying on my first day. That wouldn't be ideal. I just need some stone. That's all I need. I don't want to destroy the landscape by digging into the side. I also don't know which way I'm going. Oh, hill. Hill, good. Where's the sun? The sun's going this way. So this is west. There's a bit of food. In fairness, this guy has a bed. I'll take that. Save my wool for something else. What on earth are they doing? Okay. Okay, nothing. Blacksmith, I think. That's fine. A piece of bread. A singular piece of bread. Oh, and a brewing set. That might be helpful, but I haven't got a pick. I'm going to read that. Yeah, might need to eat though. Gold block, bunch of lava. Okay. Ow. Chest here. There's a pick in the chest. Yeah. Let's take all of this. What have we got? Fire protection, unbreaking, unbreaking. Put that one on. I hate gold. Not the best, but it's fine. It's a good spot. I suppose there's a ravine here. But okay, it's not that deep. It's fine. I might actually want to eat something. I just wanted to make a furnace. I want to make a furnace first, so I could smelt some of my stuff. It's way faster than a normal pickaxe. It's almost out and I've only mined 28 pieces. Oh, this one's going down. No. Is it bed and a chest? Aha! Well, I need somewhere to call home before I can make my starter base. Okay, what have we got? Bed down here, bed over here. Are there no maintenance beds? I thought there were only a couple. Well, redunks. Clearly. Let's put... I claim this area. Make a furnace. Got that done there. I haven't got anything to cook my food with. Let's get some of that dirt. Yeah. Just a little bit of mining. Get some basic stuff sorted. This kind of goes into a cave. Not much of a cave, but a bit of a cave. Okay. Wouldn't call that successful as such. I just... basic stuff, you know. Can you see me? Maybe. Let's do it. Okay. Yeah, it can see me. But if it comes out, it's gonna start dying. Oh. Did it just despawn? Okay. Oh, the sun's setting again. So that was west, that was north, that was east, that was south, and that way. Okay. Go back to my base of operations. No, it's not quite right. Put some coal on. Excuse you. That probably wasn't a good idea. And he's still got backup. Ooh, that was definitely not a good idea. Yeah, I'm sorry. I feel like the second I get outside, Brandon might come and kill me. One's over there. Just in case someone tries to kill me. Because I accidentally punched it. Well, it wasn't an accident. Way too easy. Anyway, nothing to see here. Yeah. Cat! Cat! It's running away. Okay. It's an idiot. Hello. I just killed your protector. It can't hear me. It has no idea. Stick there. I need wheat. Wheat. Yeah, it's replanting it. A trident. Piece of copper. Didn't get the trident, but got the copper. Yeah, copper. Made what? I mined a bunch of copper. wheat for the sheep. Hello?
Huh?
You want 20 wheat for an emerald? Yeah. I think I'm that. Yes. Oh. Is it Owen? Yes. Oh, that's for the cow. Can you come in? Yes. I need another sheep. I need sheep. 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 Yes. Are you stupid? Did it. Yes. Follow me. Follow the wheat. Sheep. Okay. I can make some chairs. Give me your wood. Give me your wood. Give me. Okay. How do I store my sleep? Quick. Up. Yeah. It's not that hard. And then it goes, yes, I have my shears back. Goal of the day. Goal of the Minecraft day. Shear the sheep. I've sheared the sheep. Now have some wood. The next goal is to get some flowers. Actually, the next goal should be to get some wood. Get some wood? I haven't got any wood. Where did I leave the trees? The tree! Tree! Bada bing, bada boom. Found a tree. Found a tree. And a bug. Tree placing. Professional. I like when these people in there. At some point I'll have to go caving, but like, I don't like caving. Not my thing. Let's go. Yeah, to build my start space, I need a bunch of wood and a bunch of wood. How'd you make that? Oh, okay. Good to know. Need to chop down another tree. Can I make it? Probably. Yes, there we go. Chop from above. I fell. That's not good. There we go, that'll do it. First of all, the sun's going down. I need to go to my bed. Second of all, I'm out of food. Well, like cooked food. Yeah. My bed. Oh. That's embarrassing. There we go. I stole the bed right from under there. Let's cook some food. I think what I really need to do is just go mining. Despite not actually wanting to go mining, I'll probably do some mining. Yeah, I'm gonna go mining. So you may notice behind me, I've made a bit of progress. I did a bit of progress off camera. So yeah, this is my start base. I've got a little tent. So this is where most of my stuff is. Tool chest, food chest, crafting table, bed, random chest, and a furnace. Campsite. Kind of, I'm gonna have like some logs that people would sit on. This is the campfire. And then over here we got all the logs I own. I'm gonna have like a little pile of logs, and that's gonna look quite nice. And then over here we have like more storage and the crafting table and more furnaces. And a sheep pen. So obviously I'll need a lot of wool to build this campsite, because this is my starter base. So yeah, I'm kind of going to be living here for a bit. I'm going to make it look nice. I've got this little farm on this section that kind of looks like an island itself, because the water kind of goes almost all around it, except for this little part. That's quite nice. I want to like have another line of logs here. I said it's the only logs I got. I have logs in my inventory. Must have forgotten about that. I do want logs around this, but I'm deciding whether they should be like stairs, because they'll look more like seats. I don't need that. Yeah, I'm not sure what I want to do now. I did do, actually, what have I got? I've got a bit of coal here, coal. This is my cobbles chest, so you can probably tell by the amount of cobblestone and other stones I have. I went on a bit of mining. I went on a bit more off camera, but I didn't really get much. I've got an absurd amount of copper. Not that I need copper, because I don't think I'm building in copper. I've got a little bit of iron. Obviously I used 3 for the bucket, but I did get 3. I mean, the bucket's kind of redundant because I got that from killing the iron golem, but from mining, I mean, my brain's thinking of my main base, but I want to enjoy my starter base because this is actually really nice. I like this tent. I like the pile of logs. Maybe if we had him like pointing this way, I don't know. Maybe if we just had another, just randomly here. But this tent looks fine. I don't like it as much. There's something about this tent that I don't like. But I don't want to do it in the circular style, because this feels like you want to walk through it and a bunch of stuff here. I don't know. But I do want to get a bit more wood. So I'm just going to go chop down some trees. Okay, that's a pretty successful tree chopping. I've got a stack and a bit of oak logs, 11 birch logs. I wasn't really focused on them. And I got 25 spruce logs, which is good because before now I didn't have any spruce logs. And I need spruce logs for my main base, but I need loads of oak wood for my starter base. Yeah, I've got some berries as well. So I want to create like a little berry planter. And my idea was I just thought if I lower the floor by a slab, the logs would stand out. It would be half, not actually full. It would look more like a seat. But I don't know. Oh, it was walking into campfires. Yeah, and I still managed to walk into the campfire. This next time. Why didn't I get any seeds from that? Yeah. That's annoying. is there a cow in there? Why is there a cow? Oh, yep, no, ready. It can't sleep. This is the most unethical way of getting strung. We're gonna pretend like that never happened. I could pick a bow, but I want to make a fishing rod. I know. Height of sophistication. A fishing rod. And now that I made this wonderful fishing rod, I'm gonna spend my life fishing. Oh, leather boots. That's good. Slowly getting the worst armour ever. Ooh, I got a book. That is a lot of stuff. Protection, unbreaking, knockback, passive binding, power, efficiency, and quick charge. That's a lot. For a lot of different things. Ending with the view of the sun setting over my campsite is lovely. This is what I got from fishing, as well as these boots. Didn't get much. I didn't spend a long time. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching episode 2 of my survival let's play. Hope to see you next episode. Bye bye. Oh. I'm a walking death trap. How have I not died yet? That's the question. I haven't actually died yet. Oh, there's a drowned. Hi. Idiot. My chest. I can't believe I actually left stuff here. What a mistake. I'm gonna grab that. Hi. So, between episodes, I made a little lava farm in this mine entrance, which just goes down into a pit. There's nothing there. Is I started making an iron farm because I need iron. I made this little platform to just watch it. And the only thing I've seen is cats. I decided to make this before recording because I need all the villagers to breed. They've stopped breeding. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They stopped at 8. Not even 10. I'm not sure what to do exactly. I followed the instructions. They're not breeding. I don't understand how villagers work, okay? So I just followed instructions. Yep, there's a cat. That's the only thing that spawns. Cats. There it is. I guess I could say I've got string farm. Albeit slow. And painful. Yeah. I'm wondering if it's because of the composters. Because they're standing in the composters and they can't walk over and pick the bread that people are chucking at each other. The thing used fletching tables, but I can't afford fletching tables. Because you need flint, and I haven't got flint. Although I do have it, I could make cartography tables. That's what I could make. I could try try that. Because I have wood and I have sugarcane. So that might... I don't know how this works. I've never made an iron farm before. I don't know how easy it will be to replace them, the composters, if they're standing in the composters. Because they're all standing in a composter. I don't know if they can actually get out of a composter once they're in it. He did just get out. Maybe they can get out? I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. I'm just trying to get them out of my way. They're annoying. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do this episode. We've now spent like a little while just trying to wrangle villagers. And that's why I wanted to do it between episodes. It's not very exciting. It's quite time consuming. Quite annoying. What I also did between episodes was a little bit of fishing. Fished up 2 fishing rods. First the vanishing. Yeah. Leather boots. As if I haven't got enough leather boots. I'm not even in like a biome. I'm not even in the snowy cliffs. The cliffs, the jagged peaks, the big tall pointy cliffs with the with the snow. With the snow. The powdered snow that you fall down unless you're wearing leather boots. Also, I think between episodes I worked on this path a bit more. I made a little dock to fish off of. Because, you know, we're professional fishers. Yay. Salmon. If I fish once per episode, then eventually I'll get something good. Hopefully. I had an idea that this was going to be a campsite, but we've only got 2 tents. But we can't get more tents until we get more wool, and we can't get more wool until we get shears, and we can't get shears until the iron farm's working. I saw pumpkins back at spawn, I think. Well, I've seen pumpkins somewhere. So they're in this world. Nearby. Somewhere. This is a pretty big pumpkin patch. I normally see them in just like little clumps of 3. But this was 10. It's a lovely little space here. So every time I come to do some fishing, I can pick up some pumpkins. I think eventually I want like an automatic pumpkin farm. That sounds like a good way of getting me emeralds. Yes, it works. Yes, okay. I just have to, there we go, get to it. 10 iron, oh my god, that works so well. It's kind of manual to collect it, because I used all my iron making the lava farm and the extra bucket. I'm not sure why I decided 2 buckets over 1. Don't know. But I have iron. I also should have like 6 chests somewhere. 7. Yeah, close enough. Yes, I could make some iron armor.
But I could make a shield. That might be a good idea. I could make shears. That would be a good idea. But what I want is hoppers. It sounds quite sad. Oh, I want hoppers. Yes, I want hoppers so I can auto-collect, so I can AFK at my iron farm. I'm in shock. I'm in shock, it's actually working. Oh my god. It's actually working. Okay. This is so good. Now I should be able to AFK at it. Oh my god. Infinite iron! I can actually get myself out of this gold stuff. I think it's the blacksmiths that give you diamond armor and tools. Maybe? So I guess I could switch out some of these guys for blacksmiths. But I was working more on this villager trading board breeder thing, whatever, iron farm. So, yeah. That. Why? Okay. I was working more on this, so shut up. I was working more on this so I can actually trade with these guys. Because on the video it said trading board as well, and I'm like, yeah. However, have you actually tried trading with these guys? I don't think they have, to be honest. Just based off of my experience. They're not particularly fun.
It's been a while in real life, and basically the reason why this video has taken so long to come out is it's taken so long to edit, because they're really long clips and they're really boring to watch. So that's why it might have seemed a little bit lazy at the end, where it just went into really fast, but that's because otherwise it would have taken forever to get through it. And it would have been really boring, and I think it is slightly amusing to see things go really fast. But basically this is what I've managed to make the villager trading hall look like, and yeah. And basically I'm not happy with it because while the trading hall part of it works, turning it into this trading hall design has meant I've completely lost the iron farm. The iron farm doesn't work anymore. I need to either make an iron farm somewhere else, or I need to move the villagers. What I did do, and actually I recorded it, but the recording didn't save, or I did something, I pressed a wrong button or something. I'm not sure, but I don't have the recording anymore, but I did try to record it. I made a working sheep farm, and it should be working. I hope. Yeah, it's working. So yeah, that's basically why this video has taken so long to come out. But anyway, moving on to stuff I filmed more recently, the creation of some new tents. So here we have a tent that I started. This is going to be my villager trading hall tent. So this is where I'm going to move my villagers to. I did build most of it off camera, but I do need to finish the giant hole in the roof. And I'm going to shear these sheep, and I'm actually going to fix that hole right now. Okay, there we go. Now that the villager trading hall is finished, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my nether portal. See, I just built it here out of means of necessity, but in here I'm going to quickly just put in a path so I can get up to my villager trading hall tent. Back here I was thinking of putting even more tents, so I'm just going to start it off by connecting up a path to my storage tent and sheep farm. So here I want to build a new storage tent in a sort of similar design, sort of round like this one over here. So I've got to quickly get some wool for it. Just start planning out the shape a bit here. Just going to start building up the frame in front of it here. There we go, we got the frame of this down. Now we need to fill in the sections with some wool. I have enough wool for 1/4, so I'm gonna have to... So here is the finished tent design. I did have to wait a little while for the sheep farm since it's only one sheep, so I had to wait for it to make enough wool. Obviously I have my manual one behind it that takes a lot longer to make wool, and I have to remember to shear the sheep, but it works. So I've just filled it with barrels. I haven't got a floor in yet and nothing's labelled, but I did start moving some of my stuff in. So this section, this set of 6 is my stone, and this set is my wood stuff. This set of 6 is my wood stuff. And then here's a bunch of animal products. And then there's lots of random stuff. It's like my armour and stuff. Valuables. I need to label it properly and move all of my stuff from there into there. So I'll probably do that off camera between episodes. So now, while I was waiting for the wool farm to get some more wool, I started making this little dock house. So it's kind of like a little sheltered area next to my dock where I can store all of the things that I get from fishing. There we go, and here's the completed dock house. It's not really a house, it's more of a little shelter storage thing. So between episodes I started working on this mine entrance to make it look nicer, but I got bored because on these walls I'm using stone bricks and I don't have silk touch yet, so I have to smelt it all. And I don't have a proper furnace erase. It takes forever to smelt. But I have been AFK for a while, so I have over a stack of stone now, so I will make that into stone bricks. I started by setting back this lava farm and decorating it with the new tough blocks, and this line of diorite that runs all the way down the side is going to have a minecart going up, and it's going to come out here, and that's how I'll quickly get lots of ores and stuff from the top of the mine up here. I might even run it all the way around to my storage room. That might be a good idea actually. So down here is where I'm going to have a storage room here, and this is where I'm going to store all of my ores and whatever stones I get, and it's going to come up from the mines in a bubble elevator, and I'm thinking it could go into some filters, so item sorters, so it can have like this bit can be cobblestone, this bit can be andesite, then diorite, granite, deep slate, and whatever ores I get. So I have a specific chest for each one, and then I can take whatever valuable ones, put them in here and send it up. Okay, so down here in the mines, I started working on my storage and my item filter. So in here I have my first module. I will link the video where I got this from down below in the description. But basically there's just 3 chests here, some hoppers. I don't really know what's going on, I just copied it. There needs to be another line of hoppers running above it, because this line is the specific item filtering and that's depositing it into the chests. So I need another one going along the top. The items will shoot up a bubble elevator, flow down, and then it'll end up in a hopper, and then it will run in a hopper. I had to go mining for this iron that I got for the hoppers, but I'm going to spend some time gathering up more of the redstone materials. I need to wait for the wheat to grow so I can get more target blocks, and I think I'll have enough quartz so I won't have to go to the nether, but I will probably need more redstone dust, and I will definitely need more iron, so I think another trip to the mines is something I'm going to have to do, just to make sure I can build this. Because I'm having one for cobblestone, I'm going to have one for deep slate, and one for all the other different types of stones like tuff, diorite, andesite, granite, and I'm going to turn this entire floor to wood or something so that the stones, which will indicate what's in the chests, stand out. So this one here is obviously the cobblestone chest, because that's just what I had loads of on me. There's going to be a different design at the end for like my diamonds and stuff, so stuff that I'm going to get less of, and obviously because it's not a block, it won't be a block on the floor, it'll probably just be an item frame with that item in it. So I'm going to go work on that now. So I went mining for like half an hour, and I managed to find a singular diamond. I went on the level just above deep slate to try and maximize my iron, so I got 27 iron, and I was actually surprised to find a deep slate diamond up there, but it's fine. I will treasure it, I'm not going to complain, but I was mostly looking for iron, so I have 27. I did fortune them while I was down there. I haven't got a silk touch pickaxe, so that would be, you know, it would be helpful if I had one of those, but it's only fortune 1, so it's not, so I didn't find too much more than what I've got here. But now I can work on another one, so I'm gonna just quickly do one now. So I start off with putting the chests in. I see I would add the hoppers now, but I can't because I'm not done. I have a singular hopper, but I'm kind of slowly getting there. So I do that. I need the slab, dang it. And I've only got 3. That's not good. I need another one up there. But I'm kind of out of wood, so I'm gonna leave that for a minute. I'm not in a big rush, because I know I have, you know, I have wood elsewhere, so just pillar up to put a comparator there. It'll light up once I have a hopper there, when I have stuff in the hopper as well. So, let's get a target block, torch, glass. I need glass, I forgot the glass. There we go, and just like that, I've almost completed another module. I just need that one extra hopper. But at least I have the iron for it now. I also remembered, I don't think I explained where I got these diamond pickaxes and diamond tools from. I got them from the villagers when I was making the villager trading hall last episode. I just realised you can't open those top chests. I'm gonna have to fix that. So here we have my storage system. It's basically finished functionality wise. So I've got all of my large amount, so the items that I'm going to get quite a lot of, so like my deep slate, my tuff, my cobblestone, my andesite, my diorite and my granite. So they're all in there and they're all working. And then here are the ones I'm going to get less of, so like amethyst, copper and iron. I need to make 2 more of these, one for redstone, one for lapis, and then I'll be done and then I can decorate it because I haven't started decorating it. The decoration has gone as far as making this arch tough, but yeah. The reason why I'm not doing like diamonds, like I'm not making one for diamonds or emeralds, is I won't get a lot of those because I don't mine for a long time because I get bored. So I do like short bursts of mining where I am likely to get quite a bit of that. Some of that because I found 2 geodes, one on the way back up from the deep slate layer, which is just above bedrock, and another one in my just above deep slate level. So I'll probably, you know, clean those out every single time I go down there. And then I've obviously got copper, which I tend to get more of in the just above deep slate layer, but it's pretty good. I tend to get quite a bit of it. Most of it's in my storage tent smelted, but this is the raw stuff that I'll be getting straight from the mines. And then also iron. I wasn't going to make an actual iron block. I haven't got that much. But I get some of it sometimes. So yeah, so I just need to add the redstone and the lapis, because I tend to get, when you break those, you get more than one, like the copper. So I'm likely to get quite a lot of those. So I just need those two, and then I can decorate the space, and then I'll be finally done with this. Well, kind of. This is my current entrance into the storage system, so like this is my input, and that chest there is my output in the stuff that isn't here. So say if I put in the input chest emeralds, I would get them in this chest out here, because they wouldn't filter down into any of the filters, because they don't exist in the system. But then I obviously need to decorate this part outside, and then I need to make the bubble elevator going up, which is going to bring the items into the storage system. But apart from that, you know, this room's pretty much done. Functionality, it just needs 2 more systems, but and then I can clear out this bit, put a minecart rail up there, and then it can go up. I need to work at that wooden frame. So up here I need to work on the entrance, because I don't want to leave it just there, because it's not that far. I could probably have it coming out. I don't know, I was thinking about making it go all the way over there, and that would be helpful. I've just got this bit. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Oh, there's a skeleton there. Dang it, I put my arrow. There you go. What do you think you're doing? I can shoot you back. That's how dumb skeletons are. Might need a new shield at some point. I don't know how I'd feel about having a track going across here, but if you imagine the campsite's probably a later addition to this mine, or maybe it's the people working that live at the campsite. I don't know. I don't know. I also don't know why there's a random lava farm here, but it's helpful, you know. I'm also thinking of adding like a furnace array at the back here, or on this wall. Probably, maybe on this wall. I'm just thinking because that's right up against this wall, and I don't want to have to move this. But it probably wouldn't fit on that wall, given the fact that it's literally going to be 3 blocks wide. So maybe this wall. I mean, under here is pretty much anything, so I could have it this side. I don't know. I'll have a look at sizes of furnace arrays and stuff. So now I've finished decorating my storage room. So I've got a nice long wall of chests. You can kind of see through to the redstone, but there's nothing I can do about that. I've made the floor underneath the first chest and the wall next to the first chest, but I haven't done the second chest because I can't be bothered. But here we have a nice little gradient of my stones and then granite, and then obviously this slightly different design. Now these designs are both tileable in of themselves, so they can be put next to each other, but these two particular designs are not tileable together, so they need that one block gap, otherwise they mess up each other. I want to fix my iron farm at some point so I can get an iron block there, because that iron ingot just sitting there just doesn't look right. But that's for a future episode, because I want to take... I've deliberately made this episode different and not anything about iron farming or villagers, because I wanted to have a break from that. It does look slightly odd with just a wall here, but there's nothing we can do. I've left a gap here because I think this is where I want to build my furnace array. I think we'll have like an input chest up here, so that's as wide as we can get it. I'm slightly annoyed that it's an odd number, because I feel like it would have looked a lot better if it was an even number, because obviously double chests are 2 block wide and you'd have a double chest input and a double chest output. But no, we're probably just gonna have a single barrel. That would probably make life easier. And then we could have a line of furnaces, line of hoppers, line of chests? I don't know. I'm thinking of ways to do the furnace array, because I'm not 100%, well, I'm not very in tune with redstone and stuff. So I'm gonna have to Google, I'm gonna have to spend a lot of time researching to find a sort of furnace array design that will fit in this space. Now, we're underground, so I have infinite space behind it, but I don't have infinite space going up. But I do want to build, like, I think a kelp farm, so I have infinite fuel. I could, you know, restock all of these hoppers with buckets of lava, but that only really works if I'm going to do smelting like a bunch of stuff. Like if I decided to take all of this cobblestone and smelt it all. I haven't even got that much here. I think the rest of it's back at my storage tent. But like that kind of thing. Whereas I'm probably not going to be smelting stacks upon stacks. So I think kelp, dried kelp or kelp blocks would be better to do that. That's something I'll have to look into, and I might do next episode or the episode after, sometime soon. I need to decorate this little outside square and this going down. Obviously I need to clean up all my gear that I brought down. So I brought this down to make rails to go up. I still need to fix up the top of that and decide where I'm going to put the minecart rail. But currently this stuff is kind of in the way, so I'll probably clean up all of this stuff and keep anything I need for that in these barrels. I probably won't actually, because I just need a bunch of rails and a minecart. So I'll probably be able to clean up all this stuff and then clean up all this stuff, lay down the tracks and then just go up. I'm not 100% decided. I need to clean up this area, obviously. I think I said that. I think next episode, or probably next episode, or at least the same episode I build this furnace array and kelp farm I'm thinking of. I need to make a proper input for this, because currently it's just this, and the whole point of this was to avoid having to do extra work. So bubble elevator running into the hoppers and then it goes across and it's fine. So I just need to make that bubble elevator coming up. And obviously I want to make bubble elevators instead of ladders here. That was always kind of the goal when I was building this. The goal that I had in mind, to use bubble elevators instead of ladders. The ladders were kind of a temporary solution until I gathered the courage to go to the nether. I've been to the nether once or twice to gather the quartz for a couple farms like this sorting system and my wool farm, but other than that I haven't really explored. I did explore while I was in there last time. I didn't find soul sand, so I am kind of annoyed that it's just I have to go looking for it. So I haven't got anything gold. So I don't think I've actually shown the nether on camera in videos. I don't think I've shown it. I started laying out tracks to sort of see how it would look, and I think it's fine to sort of have the minecart going all the way up to here, obviously coming around and going down here. So I think if I push this part back, I can have it coming out, going around. So obviously that means, as I just said, moving that back and widening this frame. I'm not sure I like how square the frame looks, because the tents are quite curved, like dome shaped. Even though this is quite square, I think it might make it softer to have like a curve. I'll decide that when I come to building it, but currently I want to grab my gold stuff. As you can see, we have Crimson Forest and Netherrack, and I'm already on fire. I just got here. Give me a minute. So yeah, Crimson Forest and just Netherrack. Hopefully I don't look at that Enderman. So as you can see, nothing very interesting. I haven't got a bow, okay? Jesus. Did I hit it? Or was there another one? Ah, I'm on fire. Again. Here we are. I started digging to try and find it. Okay, that's interesting. I don't remember this being here. I really don't want to lose my portal. There's a warped forest and an enderman that I almost looked at. Got it still there. This is warped forest just through the nether fog to the left. But what I need is a soul sand valley. And the gas is still there. So I've dug that way. I can see you. Why are you... Okay. So I think I'm gonna go... I've gone that way, so I might... Can't really go that way, can't really go that way. And I want to dig. I don't want to walk around. Okay. Because of giant floaty things. So I'm just going to dig through here. And I only brought 7 torches. Oh, there's gold. Don't mind me. I don't really need gold. I think I have way too much gold. But it's fine. I'm not gonna... I saw that. Oh. There is a skeleton. Hi. Hello. I don't like how slow this makes you go. Hi. Hey, bud. Right. Come here. No. Can only handle one at a time. Jesus, put you in a corner. Got you stuck. Yes, there we go. I'm happy and glad I'm on what? Okay. I have 2 mostly broken bows now. Okay. I'm glad I haven't opened up into a large area. That's all I can say. Nice and small and secluded to allow me to do my digging in peace.
screaming faces. I think I'm going to pick up way more than I need. But that is the point. Because I don't really want to come back here, to be honest. But at least I know where to go. Which way to go. Or where to go. There we go. I'm also going to pick up a couple of these. I don't really think I need these, but we'll pick them up. I'm going to put soil there so I know which way to go. And that is why I like digging in the nether rather than exploring. Oh shoot, it's dark. Hello guys. I want your banner. Dang it. There are way too many of them and I haven't eaten. And there are zombies. Oh shoot, I'm gonna die here. This is where I die. Yeah. Shh, I'm gonna sleep. Okay. I have a stone axe to my name. And there's a spider. Yay. I want my stuff. I don't want my stuff to despawn. I just got the goods. I just got the goods. Shoot. Oh, hang on. Let me put my armor on first. Okay, why does that hit so hard? Oh, because there's two of them. Maybe that might be why. Oh, also, where are the pillagers gone? Didn't put my chestplate on. It's lagging. Don't lag. Right, I don't have time for this. Yes, gimme. Okay. I need to work out what I have and haven't got. Because I don't know if there's anything else. They kind of went, all of my stuff went everywhere. I think I have everything. I'm just mad the pillager disappeared. Like, come on, dude. Where did he go? I don't think that's fair. The thing that killed me disappeared, so I couldn't take revenge. I just wanted his banner to match my other one. Managed to do... Uh-huh, I see you. Right, I want to sleep first. Yes, there we go, okay. Right, here we go. And they're gone. Now, I don't know about you, but they were right here. There's a spider there. They were right here. Okay. And I have a creeper in my pond. What if you were just not in there? I don't know if there are drowns in here. There might actually be drowns in here. Hello, dude. I like you in the water. You can't break anything. Yeah, go on. There we go. Right, I'm getting out. I'm mad that I managed to lose pillagers twice. Like, why? Why you do this to me? Okay. It's fine. Nobody panic. I'm not panicking. I'm fine. I'm gonna put this stuff in my chests. I'm looking at you. One wrong move and you're dead, okay? I could just kill it now, but I don't want to deal with its junk. But now I have the soul sand to do that next episode. Or whenever I decide to get around to it. I don't know, it's gonna be next episode after, something really soon. Kind of, maybe this year, maybe, I don't know, I'm kidding. It'll be soon, by my standards. So I'm gonna actually go work on that entrance right now. But to do that, I need to clear up this stuff down here. So I'm gonna do this right now. I've decorated this little area here. I've changed that to a bubble elevator. Before it was just a ladder going up here and water shooting down there. Well, not water, falling down into water. So I've kind of decorated it up with a bit of turf. I've decorated the middle part, but I haven't decorated the walls. I don't really want to decorate them, but they probably could do with being pulled down just a little so it looks a little less weird, but I can do that off camera. I've got this track going up. If I press the button, this minecart with chest will go all the way to my storage tent. But up here, you may notice the entrance is a little wider. I changed the entrance. I much prefer it now. It feels much nicer to get into rather than just a blocky cube. It also, widening it allows this to come out more, and it kind of makes the iron farm feel more pulled out rather than pushed back. But I don't hate it, that part. That's just a necessary evil. Although, is it really evil? I don't know. I think it makes it a lot easier to run into to quickly grab some lava. But yeah, this is it. I think I'm done for this episode. So to end this episode, I'm doing some fishing. I didn't actually know if I caught anything I couldn't see. Nah, okay. It doesn't want to give me anything. I probably deserve that. I messed up. Just generally, but this really doesn't work today. Nothing wants to work for me. Oh, yeah. A pufferfish. Today's episode prize is a pufferfish. I'm back. I'm back in my villager trading hall, which was supposed to be an iron farm. But we don't talk about that, and it's getting dark. Why? Why must you do this to me right now? I've just started the episode. So, this episode, I'm going to move all of these useful villagers, like you. You're useful. There's a use for you. You just haven't grown useful yet. I have a rail here. That means you're useful. But are you? Are you though? I don't know. That dude, obviously very useful, kind of. Librarian, he's fine. So we need to make a bubble elevator going up to get them up there. That means I need something. I need something to stop them. I need trapdoors. Now I would do the kelp trick, but I haven't got any kelp and I cannot be bothered to walk all the way to find an ocean biome. I am not that patient. That's a good point, that might actually. I didn't think about there being extra holes on the way up. And I've still failed. Yay. So it should just, there we go. And that is how we're going to get the villagers up. And then obviously use the rails. Yay. There's nothing I love more than trying to move villagers. And I haven't got a minecart. I'm going to... Am I just stupid or stupid? I hate that cat. Can I kill it? You saw nothing. I think I might need more rails. Right, now for our first victim, I mean volunteer. What could go wrong? He doesn't want to go in the hole. He doesn't want to go in the bubble elevator. That wasn't something I considered. Ha! Take that. Wait, I can go in there too. Ah, hello. Yes, okay. Perfect. There's nothing wrong with this. You're stuck, bud. You're stuck. But I will borrow that. Give me back my trapdoor. Should we keep that torch there? Yeah, let's do that. One way of doing it. I'm not sure how I feel about him being there and him being there. I think that one should be there. Oh. Shoot. Huh. Hello. What do you sell again? He sells my axes. He sells my axe. Okay, that's why I wanted him. You're going and you're getting back on that track. And no, I don't have a boat to hand either. And getting him from the boat to the minecart would be annoying. No, I just want to eat. Go away. Why have I got a donkey? I don't know anything about donkeys or where they spawn, so go that way. Get on those tracks or I will punch you. Okay. See ya. Wouldn't want to be here.
So basically, after that clip, I went off camera a bit and I did some work. I did this. I put all the villagers in here, in the tent. And then I made more. I put some more librarians down here. So these ones all have more books. So this one has looting, respiration, smite, and infinity. This one's got loyalty, punch, and protection. This one's got loyalty, fire protection, and efficiency. But this one is mending. This one has mending. Up here. 26 emeralds and a book. Not happy about that. It's expensive. That's not the only thing I did off camera. In fact, that was the second thing I did. I removed the rail that went along here. But what I had to do before then is, if we come down into this old iron farm, this was my attempt at fixing it. Then I realised it was just too close to the trading hall. So I did the only sensible thing and dug a hole right down to bedrock. Yes, that goes all the way down to bedrock, and I built my new iron farm down there. Because what else am I supposed to do? Yes, I legitimately, we are at bedrock, I think. We're close to bedrock. Very close. It's not quite bedrock, but it's close enough. So this new iron farm has 3 levels. So this is bottom level, this is like my level. It's my own personal level, where I store my small amount of iron. Store my render distance a lot, so I think that's why I don't get a lot. So I think I'll be AFKing down here more than just randomly walking around. So I got a bed down here. I've got some furnaces for reasons. I don't know. I got a crafting table. I've got a stone cutter. I think that was when I was building it. I just didn't move it. Got some barrels for storage, like the blocks that I dug out and brought down. Then the next level. Oh, there's actually 4 levels. I missed it. This is the bed level, where the beds are. I used chests because I was out of iron. And then got the villager level, where they're all villagering. Then we've got the actual spawning and killing level, and I've been procrastinating because it's to do with villagers. I think I've learned if I don't want to procrastinate, I don't work with villagers. Yeah. And then to get back up, I use this purple elevator, which takes a while. Yeah. At some point I need to fill in this hole, but I'm also procrastinating doing that. Yeah, I'm actually going to do that now. To be fair. Might be good if I do that. It's like nothing was ever there. You know, once the grass has grown, and I'm not sure what to do about the entrance. But yeah. So I've been looking at this for a long time. This is my sheep farm. Well, my wool farm. It gets me lots of white wool. It's just a little ugly. Very ugly. The only possible solution we could do is cover it up. How do I want to cover it up? Great question. Don't ask me, I don't know. I'll probably just put like a frame or something around it, but the only idea I have involves wood. Now we got some spruce trees and some dark oak trees over there. We need some oak trees, so I think it's time to chop some trees. So I finished chopping trees. I wasn't sure if I wanted to chop dark oak, so I haven't, but I do have this much wood. Some of it, like the dark oak and the cobble deep slate, was from previous chopping sessions, or I suppose digging sessions with this. But I have lots of spruce and quite a bit of oak now, and unfortunately I still have no idea what I want to build to cover up my wool farm. It's a problem. I'm gonna leave most of that wood there because I'm lazy. There is literally no reason to bring it over to my storage room other than I can. It will be nice and easy for me to use, but I do have some here. I have a bit of dark oak. Don't really know how much I would use anyway. I mean, I've used a lot of oak in this base already, and I think there's lots of spruce over there. That's spruce, isn't it? Yeah. So spruce has been used, so spruce and oak are definitely on the table. So I do want to keep like a way to get into the farm, even if it's just accessing the dispenser to check up on the health of my shears, because I don't know if they're going down. I haven't paid close enough attention to it. They probably are. Could do it like this, or is that too close to the pen? Oh, whatever. I think this feels too high. That'll be fine. I mean, it's a bit clunky looking. I could probably pull down the framework on the side and make it more of a pointed roof, like this. Pointed, that's kind of pointed, that's kind of pointed. They are supposed to all look like tents, so they're all kind of pointy, but see, I don't want it to be a tent, because why would a wool farm, which is fairly permanent feeling, be in a tent? I mean, everything's really open feeling. You know, tents don't exactly have doors. And that over there is kind of just a frame with a roof. I don't know. I'm undecided. I built a frame. It looks a bit weird. I'll say that. I'll be the first. I mean, this is not really supposed to be here. I think it looked better in my head. If I do that, you can see the sheep. It's probably not a good idea. I mean, is it uglier than just having the sheep farm exposed? Is the real question. And it is a giant box. I didn't exactly want it to be a giant box. But, you know, if it hasn't got a roof, I don't have to mob-proof it. So I don't have to put torches, because it literally can't spawn, because it doesn't have a roof. Do I want it to have a roof? Probably. There we go. Box. It's a box. There's not a lot I can say about it other than it is a box. I'm gonna ignore that. Please help. Tell me in the comments how make it better. How make it less box-like. Well, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be less box-like, it just has to look better. You know what I mean? Although I'll tell you what is pathetic. Not my tools. I have diamond tools. My armor. It's half health unenchanted iron armor. Yeah. But I'm not doing anything like strenuous that needed like strong armor. So that's why I haven't really bothered. But yeah, I got decent tools. So maybe I should invest in decent armor. To be honest, I've got like 5 pickaxes. Why? To be honest, I don't know. Got one that's silk touch but efficiency 2. Got one that's unbreaking 3 and efficiency 4. I've got one that's efficiency 2, one that's fortune 2 and efficiency 3, and one that's unbreaking 2. I don't know, they're all a mix of like half-used pickaxes. And don't forget, an efficiency 2 half-used shovel. And a couple axes. Great. I don't really know. While I was waiting for trees to grow, they take forever if you don't bone meal them, and they were taking forever anyway. I did some fishing and I got a flame and multi-shot book. I'm fairly sure multi-shot is for crossbow, not bows. I'm pretty sure flame is for bows, not crossbows. Just put random, most random. I think I fished this one up. Called it goodbye because it's got Curse of Vanishing. If I fish for long enough, do you think I'll get a book that I can put on my tools? And I probably don't need a book. I need something I can trade with the villagers. So even after saying I didn't really need to go fishing, I still went fishing for an hour straight. Yes, I did that. Why? I don't know. But I also, took down this wheat field as you saw. I was hoping it would be really satisfying it growing back. It didn't fully grow back. It was a good hour and it still didn't grow back. So I gave up. Yeah, anyway, did I get books? Well, I already had that one. I did get one book. I got a fire protection and efficiency 4. Now last time I checked, fire protection went on armor and efficiency went on tools. What is with these books? What is with them? I fished up a mending fishing rod. I had to make a new one because my goodbye was running low. See, here's my problem. I like the fact that it has Luck of the Sea 2 and Unbreaking 3 and Lore 2. What I don't like is it has Curse of Vanishing. What I like about this one is that it has Mending. It doesn't have anything else, so it's kind of free to get enchanted, but it has Mending. It is my only tool / armor that has Mending. I do own a singular mending book, but I'm kind of saving up my emeralds and my books and stuff, to get diamond armor, as well as more mending and other books to help improve my tools and armor and stuff. Because as I moved my stuff over here, I have increased my librarian. So I think this one's my mendy. I got thorns, mending, and channeling. Don't know why it's so hard to see some of them sometimes. And then down here I've got looting, got respiration, smite, infinity, loyalty, punch, protection, loyalty, fire protection, and efficiency. So I've got stuff. Stuff that can upgrade. I just need to work on it. This dude, he will give me some boots eventually, and breaking and fire protection. It's not great, but I can always disenchant them and re-roll. This one should give me, yep, my trousers and my chest plate. So that's projectile protection 3 and unbreaking 2. And projectile protection 1. How many emeralds is that? 22 and 33, so that's 55. 55 plus 14 would be 69. And then 69 plus 5, 90, something, 94. 94 emeralds. Right. I can't... I don't think I can afford that. Although I'm not too far. I'm over halfway there, and I still have these to trade away. I also have a bed that I need to sleep in. I can probably trade some of these sticks. I was keeping them for torches, but I think I might have enough torches because I went mining while I was waiting for my wheat to grow. So I think I might just have enough torches. Just enough. See, that's my singular mending book. Yeah, that's a good point. That's what did I say? Did I say 94? 94 emeralds, not including any books I'll have to buy to make them better. Great. I need a crafting table up here anyway. I have a crafting table in that tent. And that tent only. I've one down at my iron farm. Why don't I have more crafting tables? Is a great question that I cannot answer. I'll just put it there. Yeah. Okay, what else do these villagers take? Yeah, so these are books that I picked up while I was sorting out my villagers. So actually, that's a good point. I already have some books. I'd forgotten about that. Clearly my storage systems aren't that great because I forgot I had a bunch of books in a chest. Yeah. Look, I haven't got a good excuse, but I do have gravel. Hang on a minute. Why? Okay, why is there a sapling? How is that not grown? And why is there a leaf? Like, I have lots of strange things in this base. Like a village all the way over there. And tents and a mine and a dock and a hutty looking thing. I have many strange things, like a giant box. But that is, yeah, I don't know. I am out of gravel. However, I'm also the tallest thing around. Am I taller than that mountain behind me? Maybe. I don't know. No way of proving it. Unless I walked all the way up there. But I'm not going to do that because I'm lazy. I can see loads of the village from up here. Wow. That's crazy. give up for now. I give up. If 26 is not enough, then so be it. You know. I'm going to go murder chickens, I guess. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of my Survival Let's Play series. And by the next episode, I might have diamond armor. Maybe. Hopefully. I'll have diamond armor, I promise. How well enchanted it'll be, that's something else. Hello and welcome to episode 6 of my Survival Let's Play series. I now have diamond armor, and in the montage you just saw is what I went through to get it. Yeah, I traded all the wheat I got from the farming over there, and got emeralds to make it into emeralds, and then went AFK at my iron farm forever to build this, because you know, hoppers take 5 pieces of iron each, and I had a stack of hoppers, so that means I had to have 5 stacks of iron, plus all of the pistons, which take 1 piece of iron each, so I have 32 of those, so I had to gather 5.5 stacks of iron. Yeah, it was not a walk in the park. However, now that I do have this, I have basically an infinite supply of pumpkins. I've been AFK for a while. But I did mark out this area here. This is where I'm going to put a sugarcane farm. So as I say, I've been AFK for a while at the iron farm again to get more hoppers and pistons and stuff. I was there for a very long while. I got quite bored. I had nothing else better to do with my life. I genuinely did not. Sugarcane farm. That's the thing. So I've marked out this area, so it's going to be no bigger than this area. But I think the chest is going to go here, and then the rest of it's going to stay contained within the walls. I've put my bucket somewhere. I don't know where, but I've misplaced my bucket and my crafting table. Why? I don't have a crafting table in there anymore, and I genuinely don't know why. But bucket. I have achieved bucket. I have achieved water. It's very useful. I need it for my farm. Yeah. So I think surely at this point you've had enough montage time-lapse things. So I'm going to talk you through it as I do it, because I've made many of these before and I totally know what I'm doing. I hope. First things first, I'm going to realise I don't have enough chests or any wood to make chests with. Why do I have so many torches, and why do I have a hole here? I'll never know. First things first, I'm going to get my chests. I'm going to put them here. Get my hoppers. Put them here. Put them out. I don't want to go that far actually. There you go. So I've got to have walls, and I want to keep it inside the lines because I don't want it to be too close. And then, yeah. There we go. So you've got a nice little shape. It's going to be 2 lines of sugarcane thick because otherwise it's just too long. And then I've got to cover it up with cobblestone and mud. So
walls. You can see these farms are really beautiful. I mean, after the box incident, yeah, beautiful things and farms, yeah, it seems I struggle with getting both. Oh, I have failed at placing blocks. So it's very important you misplace some blocks. There we go. I'm using mud because it's not quite a full block, which means if any kind of item is on it, just go straight through. Which works well for me. Then we've got to do another layer. It's very important you fall off after misplacing blocks. There's very important steps happening right now. You cannot do without them. And then at the front here, I'm actually going to do glass because I like being able to see. When I did glass for the pumpkin farm, it's not. You don't get to see pumpkins growing. They kind of. You get a flash of orange and then the pistons come down. It's almost too efficient. So it just went there. There we go. Because no one's going to be coming around the back. It's the back for a reason. May have made a miscalculation. It maybe need to be one more thick. If so, I shall alter it. But it should be fine. I'll also need more redstone dust at some point. Yeah. It's very important we must see the sun set and get out our bed and place it here. There we go. And then we hope and pray that this works. I'm out of redstone. Great. So it's very important you run out of materials and then have to abandon what you're doing. Now I have more redstone than I actually need, which is fine because I can put it into storage. And I'm gonna hope that works. It does, apart from when I do glass, it doesn't do the block that's on. There. And also you must fall off the farm again. Yeah, no, these just aren't. Okay. The one's getting detected. Can't actually. How fix? I don't actually know. A very important step is realise you've built it wrong and then rebuild it. Now we wait. We'll know if it's working when I randomly come by and see sugarcane in there. This one, I need to turn these into emeralds. This one, it's not very efficient. Definitely not as efficient as the pumpkin farm. However, to be fair, it's one sheep where this is a lot of pumpkins. I think this is at full capacity now. I think they're all grown. I've got a guy down here who buys rotten flesh. I'm sorry, what on earth are you doing with that rotten flesh? I have to ask, what on earth are you doing with it? Please tell me, what are you doing with rotten flesh? I want to create a bamboo farm at some point. So basically the exact same as the sugarcane, but with bamboo instead of sugarcane. But for that I have to find a jungle. I want to find melons as well. I might find melons if I go for a jungle actually. Because melons grow in jungles. I really need to sort through my stuff. Maybe I'll do that now actually. So I went exploring, I tried to film it, it failed at filming. Yeah. But I went for a jungle, but I found a pale oak forest. So I have a pale oak sapling, I also found cherry saplings on my way back, and then obviously jungle, and what I went for, bamboo. So now I can make a bamboo farm. I'm going to attach said bamboo farm to a smelter. To make said smelter, I need a bunch of hoppers and stuff. So basically for the bamboo farm, it's basically what I have there, but instead of feeding into a chest, it will feed into a smelting system. So instead, well, I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to do it this episode, but I'm going to take a break from that, and I'm going to fix things like the lack of floor in this room because it's bugging me. There we go, I finally finished the tent. That's my break from making farms. Now I can go make a farm, right? Yeah. Okay, so I finished the super smelter. It's kind of not really all that super smelty, but I put my stuff in this hopper up here. It goes down into this chest. So if I just do that, it should theoretically kind of evenly distribute it across these. So if I do the same over here, it goes back and forth a bit and it looks a bit silly. But the bamboo takes a while. Like, it's a small farm. There's like 5 pieces growing at a time. So it's like not very efficient. And these will take forever to fill up. Obviously I need to change these to blast furnaces. But I'll do that at some point. I don't know when, but at some point. But I need to get blast banners for these. Great. Next on my agenda, of giant list of farms I want to make. Trying to make a dent in that today. I mean, at least this one's decorated to the best of my ability. Also use this little ledge for the short people, like me. I mean, the pumpkin and the sugarcane are really sad in the fact that they're ugly. They're ugly. I'm sorry you guys are ugly, but also so are you. You're ugly as well. But at least these guys are more efficient, you know. So I want to make another bamboo farm, the same size as the sugarcane farm. It's gonna have to be like over here or something. I don't know where. So I can turn the bamboo into planks, and then I can turn the bamboo into wood, then into planks, and then into sticks. So then I have an infinitely AFK way of getting more emeralds, as if I don't have enough ways to get emeralds, you know. Wool turns into emeralds, pumpkins turns into emeralds, sugarcane turns into paper, which turns into emeralds. I don't think I have enough emeralds, guys. I don't know what else to do with my life, so this is what I've resorted to. So I'm gonna make this again. Literally this again, but instead of sugarcane, it's a bamboo. Great. I don't know if I have any bamboo left over. Oh. Oops. I think it's all in that other farm. Okay. Great. Gobble. Kabobble. Show me what the rhymes of kabobble. And I will kabobble your parents. Sweet. Resources getting gathered, and I will gather your resources to resource gather your resource. I have problems. In case it's not obvious, I have problems. Okay, and that's going to wrap up this episode of my Survival Let's Play series. I'm aware this episode has been extremely short, however, you know, it's been very full. I got this diamond armor, I made this bamboo farm, I made this pumpkin farm, I made this sugarcane farm, I destroyed that wheat field a couple times, I made these smelters and the bamboo farm that feeds them. These are going to take a while to fill up, but once they filled up they should be fine, because I shouldn't be using them like a lot because they're like bulk smelting. But the point is, I've done a lot, okay? It may have been short, but I've done a lot, and I spent a lot of time AFKing at my iron farm. And today we'll be working underground, majoritively. Right down here. I promise this is safe. So we'll be working down here. Because this is where my iron farm is. And if I'm going to AFK at my iron farm, then why don't we add other farms to make it way more efficient? Oh look, let's go now. I made this mob farm off camera, but it works. I think. I moved all the stuff down here to see how efficiently it did work. And it appears not to be extremely efficient. It creates stuff, just maybe not very often. Mob farms aren't really my thing, so. But I created a tunnel, and we're going to dig out a space beyond the tunnel.
So I've done a little bit of decorating, so I've just done all the walls and these tough bricks to match the rest of the underground that I've been working on. And while I've been doing that, this slime farm has been producing lots of slime. I still need to do this one. So I dug out this chunk for the moss farm, but I don't think it's tall enough. So this wall might change. But I think it's working quite well, and there's lots of space here for some future project. I've had to slab it all so it's spawn proof. And then I noticed when I was looking around that these torches are just a bit ugly and heavily in the way, especially in this corridor. It just looks wrong. So I was like, okay, what can I make instead? I can make a copper bulb. Because those look nice. And to make a copper bulb, you need copper, redstone dust, and a blaze rod. I have redstone dust. I dug up quite a lot when I was digging out those chunks. But I also have copper. It's in my other storage system. This storage system has been expanding rapidly. It used to be these 3 chests and that was it. But then I don't have blaze rods, which means I have to go to the nether. Because I haven't got blaze rods anywhere. And I need to find another fortress. Great. Really looking forward to that one. I'm suited up. I've got diamond. I've been there before in iron, but I've got diamond now. I also have a bow now. We'll see how this goes. Great, there's a glass. There's 2 of them. Great. That's why I have this. Okay, there we go. Rotisserie chicken. Another glass. Right. I've got chunk face open to save me some time so I can find out where I'm going. There's a skeleton. Amazing. Completely what I'm looking for. What on earth is breathing? I don't have a respawn anchor, or the ability to make a respawn anchor, so
this is going to be my hiding room, where I hide, in case I'm close to death. Maybe. I don't know. Still don't like this. To be honest, I'd rather just, like, not, but I don't think I have a lot of choice in the matter. All I have to do is get in, kill blazes, and get out. However, this looks like a dead end. There is a blaze. Oh look, there's another one. Hey buddy. Oh, there's two of you. They should stop wither skeletons sneaking up on me. But anything else? Not really. Yeah, there they are. Okay, so I should be free from those guys. I guess let's go down here. I'll take the diamond. Great. Looking forward to this. Where's the blaze spawner? Do that. You run quite fast. Ow. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. So, there it is. But where did you come from? That's a blaze. Oh my gosh. Where are you coming from? There's two of them. I would ask you. Okay. Hi. Can I not? Please? Stop hiding. Great. I'm not prepared for this. Not prepared, not prepared. I want a fire resistant potion. Okay. That's interesting. Yep, there they are. Oh, hello. Hi. Where are you coming from? Hey buddy, what's up? Where's your pal? There's your pal. Great. There you go. I'm on fire, I am on fire. I don't appreciate fire. I like living. You know, a fire resistance would be nice. I'm telling you. Oh, hi! Hey, buddy. We can be friends. Once you're dead. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead and come back if I need more. I'm gonna take my 7 and I guess I'll come back if I need to. Because I can't find the spawner. I've had enough. I've had enough of being in there. I did some work off camera. I did quite a bit of work. I just kind of like did a bit here and there, and then another bit here and there, and they just kind of added up. So there was this large section between this area, and I decided, let's make use of it. So I made a wheat farm and this composter. So I press the button and water will shoot out the dispensers, breaking all the crops and flowing all the stuff into these hoppers, and then it all comes to this barrel, and then I can just replant it, and then that feeds my composter, which gives me bone meal, which helps top up this farm, because half of it gets turned into bone meal and half of it turns into moss and stuff, which means it doesn't always replenish. I put in a stack and I got 61 back, so I lost 3 bone meal. So it's useful to have other sources of bone meal. So if it turned all of this into bone meal as well, then it would be a more efficient farm if I wanted it for bone meal, but I don't know why I need this much moss, but I do for some reason. I don't know what the reason is, but I'm sure it'll be useful. I decorated the output for my slime farm. So I've been turning these into slime and I keep getting loads. I've got a mini bamboo farm and the exact same just sugarcane farm. I've got a cow here. Hello. So if ever I need milk. I've got chickens, so I've got cold and normal, so I've got blue and normal, and then I've got pumpkins. So I can make pumpkin pie with the pumpkins, the eggs, and the sugarcane. I can make cake from the wheat over there, and from the eggs, milk, and sugar. I've also got this lava here for infinite lava. This up here is to the top of this. This is where all the slime spawn, and they just spawn into there because they try to attack the snow golem that's back here. I will link the tutorial to this slime farm in the description, but it's basically just a layer of magma and hoppers underneath, so it's not particularly difficult. It's literally just that. This is literally just a network of pistons and observers. Basically the same designs I made last time, but smaller for down here. And these two I've already made higher up, like back at my normal base. This is the moss farm, so this is gonna also have a link down in the description. It's off at the minute because I'm out of bone meal. This is an upstairs I've made because this is the input for the bone meal, and I might make more farms up here. So I was thinking of making like a giant super smelter thing, and the input would be up here, and then the output may be down here. There's not a large amount of space left here, so if I want to build anything big like this, I'd have to dig out another chunk. So this entire thing right of this wall and in this space is a chunk. So this is the slime chunk, and this is a different chunk because I dug out a chunk because the moss farm had to be in a single chunk, and then I realised the chunk next to it was a slime chunk, so I just made a slime farm. So if you want to see this farm in action, I now have a stack of bone meal. I just had to compost a few more things. So you come up here, you put it in here, and then it flows into this hopper, into this dropper, and then another dropper, and then dispenser, and then it's magic. So it's filling up the dispenser, which is angled to that singular moss block. And just click the lever, and now the farm is on. So now bone meal, and that piston moves to break any of the kind of the tree stuff that grows on top, and also push up any blocks that might pop up onto it, I think. And this is just a stone generator, and the obsidian stops it moving any further. So now it's out of bone meal, we can turn it off.
it stops moving the piston and putting the water out in. And from one stack we got, I think, 33? Does that say 33? That's not great. Normally we get a little bit closer to 60. But, okay. I really don't think we need this much moss, to be honest. But what I can do with this moss is just fill up my automatic composter. Well, semi-automatic. Time saving, one might say. Just put it on the top here. Just does it. I can just fill that up and I don't have to sit there. There you go. I really don't think I need a lot of moss. So I think I can just safely put this in here. Now that the wheat field has finally fully grown, just press this button and it all breaks. Most of it goes into the hoppers. To be fair, normally more, you know. Every single time that I've done this without recording, usually it's just been a few of these at the back here. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of my Survival Let's Play series. Bye! Hello and welcome to the next episode of my Survival Let's Play series. This is episode 8. This is going to be a little bit of a here and there episode. I've got lots of stuff. It's kind of like catching up stuff to do. And to start with, we're going to make a chicken pen. If I can find where I put all my eggs. Here we go. Because I have a chicken farm, which gets me loads of eggs. And technically I have a pen above ground, but I don't have one below ground. Best way to do this is just to do that. So obviously I can't have just one chicken pen. We have a chicken pen. I don't have any fence gates or carpets. I mean, even if I had carpets I wouldn't be able to get over, but it's fine, it's fine. We just have a pen full of chickens, and I'm sure the sound of them will not drive me crazy at all. I don't really have like a clear food source. I have golden carrots that I can get from the villagers, but at least this I can just brutally murder them without having to worry about leaving some. I don't have to breed them because I just have infinite eggs kind of thing. There we go. Now I have a bunch of tiny babies. Yay. It's fine. When they all grow up I can then brutally murder them. Like the normal person I am. Completely normal. Another thing I want to do up here is change the walls. Because the walls are deep slate. But everywhere else the walls are tough. So that's a thing I want to do actually. Will this be enough tough? I don't know how much tough I'll need. Really I should have been doing this before I put the chickens in. So it might be the chicken area stays deep slate for now. I should have thought about that, but I didn't. Another thing I should have thought about was the fact that the top and the bottom are slabs rather than full blocks to save the tough. There you go, because you can only see that amount. So now I've basically got to do that all the way around. Lovely. Gonna have so much fun. To be honest, I'm not worried about this room being half deep slate, half tough. Because it felt weird to have this one wall being tough and the rest of it being deep slate, but I can't be bothered to change those to tough. And no one comes on up here anyway, because it's just a spawning platform for slime, so I'm going to pretend like nothing is wrong. And I'm going to need a lot more tough. There we go. I've now finished the walls up here, so I've now finished changing them to tough. If we ignore the chicken coop for a minute, we're ignoring it because I have tiny children in there. They're not old enough to be slaughtered yet. I do need to put proper lighting up here. I'm going with torches as like a temporary thing because I don't know exactly what's gonna go up here. Currently I've got a chicken pen and the bone meal input for my moss farm, and that's it. I was thinking about having a super smelter, so the input would be up here, you know. I've got ideas that could possibly come up here, and I don't know if I'm going to do any of them today. We'll find out. I'm collecting moss, specifically the little azalea trees and the moss blocks. So what I do with those, let me just empty out my inventory. Got a spider and some arrows. Cool. Anyway, what I do, or what I've done, is put a layer of moss and then a layer of trees. None of them have grown. I'm starting to think they don't grow automatically. So that's fine. I've been bone mealing them. So I get the trees and then I chop them down. And basically I've been using this to farm oak logs and rooted dirt. But the rest of it I don't really care. For the leaves, I'm not doing anything with the leaves right now. So it doesn't matter whether I collect them or not. I mean, I could, not right now, but I could. Just kind of do that a lot and just scoop it all up. Then, was that skeleton always there? Or am I tripping? Hey, okay. Then we come back down here with my wonderful haul of 7 rooted dirt. This is totally worth the effort I'm going through right now. It's amazing. Just you wait and see. Just you wait and see. I'm trying to have even number of the azalea and flowering azalea, and so far the flowering azalea seems to spawn a lot less. So we grab wonderful rooted dirt and then we hoe it to get rid of the roots. And then you grab the thing that I don't have, called a water bottle, and you make the dirt soggy. So now you have roots and soggy mud, and you can put the roots in your composter along with the extra azaleas. Yeah, all of this stuff I'm not using from the moss farm. I'm not using any of it. I'm just pathetically attempting to grab it, and then I just put it in my composter. A creeper and a skeleton just died. I don't know if they dropped anything. I think the system to sort stuff for this one in particular is super slow. So it goes down, it has to go in like a little item elevator kind of thing, so it goes up and around. So, it's 4. I don't know what that one was at. Yeah, it does work. That does work. I know it works. It just... something else just died. 6. There you go. It works. Particularly efficiently, but it works. I've got a stack of flowering azalea in here because I decided to keep a stack of everything that comes out the moss farm. But I grab everything from here and shove it in my composters. Like, if it's not flowering azalea, it's going in the composter. I'm thinking I might need to come up with a giant composting machine rather than just those 2 little composters. Imagine a super smelter, but for composters instead. You know? Breaking apart that might be a thing I make. On this wall maybe? It depends. I could make it on this wall rather than a super smelter. The soggy dirt turns into clay. It dries out and becomes clay. Yeah. And then you can make clay blocks. And then you cook those clay blocks to make terracotta. But what would one do with terracotta? No idea. But I now have 17 terracotta. And I didn't have to go to a mesa to get it. And I also walked into a wall instead. The rest of my rooted dirt. Here we go. Rooted dirt. Really, I should keep these in a barrel closer to where I need them. There you go. Barrel. I don't know if I'm ever going to move this. It might be that I move it somewhere and decorate it better. I don't know where I'd move it to though. There we go. So I need 2 of those, and that one. I mean, really, I only need 1 of these. This iron farm works like crazy, by the way. Each of these is an entire row full of iron ingots, by the way. Yeah, and there's more. Every now and then I just pick it up and just turn it into blocks.
It slowly adds up. Poppies look less impressive because every now and again I just whack them in my composters. What if I made both? Instead of having to decide which one I put, I got phantom membrane from the cat. The cat got me phantom membrane. Interesting. I don't have an elytra because that involves going to the end and I haven't done that yet. I don't feel prepared enough to go to the end. I don't even have the Eyes of Ender. It can't be that bad, can it? I think I'm going to put the composter one here because it only needs to be one deep. We also need to test them out. Let's take some of these. See, I was going to test out how well these work. I've got a little bit of fuel in there. This works. I was going to test out how well it worked, you know, have a bit of a demonstration. However, I don't have anything to smelt. Literally nothing at all. So I'm going to go on a mining session and gather resources that I don't need, and then smelt those resources. And I'll have a bunch of stuff I don't need, like iron, copper and gold. Yay! I need coal for torches, but I'm fairly convinced I don't have any coal. So I'm gonna make charcoal. Obvious solution to my problems. Here we go. I have a lot, to be honest. I did some of this off camera, you know, because I was going to build like a big base. And then I decided that I actually didn't want to do that. So now I have a bunch of wood I don't think I'm ever going to use. What we can do with this though, is we can put it in here. And now we wait. It stopped here. It's out of fuel. The only one that has fuel is the only one that doesn't have any logs. It works almost perfectly evenly, which is nice. If we'd actually gotten stuff to smelt, it would have been great. But instead I decided to smelt 5 stacks of logs. The point is, it works, you know, it didn't really matter what we smelted. I just wanted to smelt something actually useful, instead of now having 5 stacks of charcoal. Oh well, future me will appreciate it when I need to make a bunch of torches. The chickens I put in earlier in the episode, have they all grown up? Yes, they have. Good. I'm disappointed I don't have a fire aspect sword or a flame bow. I have 23 chicken. I finished the storage room Now this area looks way cleaner, and I have a large storage room. Got loads of chests, almost an entire double chest full of deep slate, plus more variants. I have a lot of deep slate. I don't have a lot of tuff, which is unfortunate, given I build the walls out of tuff. I have a large amount of gravel, honestly a lot more than I thought I had. So these represent everything down here is related to wood, and everything here is related to ores. Well, ores and kind of this stuff. And then everything going down is gravel. But if I put a item frame, say here, everything going down up until that point is gravel, so this wouldn't be gravel. It would be whatever I put in the item frame. And then all of this is just tuff. This is empty, and this is in case my deep slate overfills. These farms look a bit nicer, a little bit less of an eyesore. I'm not 100% convinced on the jungle one, which is slightly annoying given how much time I spent on the materials for that one. I'm not 100% convinced. I think the colours don't necessarily match with anything that's going on over here, so maybe we should do something to that one. I want to change this one anyway because I don't like how it looks, so maybe part of that should be making it in a sort of pinky theme like that to make the jungle look like it fits. Yeah, I still have my enchanting table up here that needs decorating, so we got loads of things to do, and also my nether portal is kind of off in the corner. It's kind of awkward where it's placed because you have to come back here, so it may be moved when I decorate it. In this episode we'll be clearing up this area, so basically removing the trees and also moving the farms because I don't like where they are and they also look really cramped, so just gonna have a bit of a tidy up. We are coming to the end of this survival let's play. I'm not going to the end. I don't want to go to the end and fight the dragon. That's not really what I want to do. I'm happy with just building this stuff because I don't want to end the series with it looking a bit messy, and it's kind of looking a bit messy. I want it neat. I want it presentable. So yeah, let's get into it. Now I want to move all of my animals, you know, my pigs, my sheep, my cows. I think my chickens may be fine, but I want to move all of them sort of into this area because there's quite a bit of space here, and it makes sense just to give them bigger pens. You know, it'll look slightly less like animal cruelty. But to do that, I want to clear out all these trees first because these aren't natural. I planted them all, so I want to make sure you know, I have as much space to work with, because I'm thinking of putting a path up here. If I clear out these trees, I will then have space this side of the path to put the animals, instead of it all being on that side and looking slightly weird. So yeah. I finished the pens. I finished putting the animals in the pens, and I've made the farm and here and over here. The potato farm looks a bit small, so there's a possibility I might expand it out here a little bit and a little bit over there. But the carrot patch is massive. I didn't have enough carrots or potatoes to actually fill in all of these areas, so they'll slowly fill up, very slowly. Almost like watching paint dry. Each animal has loads of room. I haven't done any special decorations. They're just all empty pens of various sizes. They have grass in them, but you know, that grass was kind of already there. It may be that I add some mud into the pigs' one. Maybe add some wheat or something. The cows and the sheep. I don't know, hay bales. But right now I'm going to focus on this wheat field and that wheat field. This wheat field's still a little bit potato and carrot, so I can move those. And this wheat field is a bit small, so I'm going to expand that. So yeah, let's get into a time lapse. I built this. I don't think I managed to record it, but I built it. It's not much, it's just like a little wooden frame around my enchanting setup, so it's not just hanging out in the open. I have updated my game now, so I have shelves. So I think if I just put shelves up here and have logs here, that might look cool. It's either that or put the logs there, and I don't think that looks good. Actually, maybe it does. Let's go with that. Yeah, basically I'm going to do this on this side, then the final pillar, and then I was thinking with this stuff, sort of do a little topper, something like that perhaps. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. I'll have it overhanging here to sort of do something, oops, not quite like that, but just up here. Gonna have to get more slabs and also go to bed. So while I'm down here, let's just finish that off. Yeah, I quite like that. I think I'm going to do it at the top as well. There you go. That doesn't look too bad. Just a bit of detail in. So I could have done that out of trapdoors, but it would have just been flat. Seriously. Okay. Mistakes have been made. And then I have this, which I can just do this with. Nothing overcomplicated. And then at the back, I'm going to do the shelves at the top again, because I think that looks nice. And then, I was actually thinking of using spruce trapdoors to create like a little wall. There you go, it's a wall with a bit of detail. You can even see the wall, kind of, from the other side. There you go, details. And with that, I think I've actually done here. I would say I've finished this space. So I think it's time for some lovely cinematic shots. I put shaders on if I had any, but I do not. I wonder if I could put vibrant visuals on actually, because I'm on Bedrock. Huh, I can't. I think I'll change it here, but it's not there.
Thank you guys so much for watching my survival let's play series The Movie. If you enjoyed, leave a like down below and let me know what your favourite part of my base was. And I'll see you in another video. Goodbye!